This is an ancient volcano! Actually, it's just a few weeks old. But some of the oldest land on Earth came from the same place this did. From? Build the science line. Build the science line. Volcano!
Science rules.
Volcano!
Build.
The law offices of magma, lava, tephra, and pumice, making for over 4 billion years.
It's a mountain. Well, actually, it's a volcano. Volcanoes are formed when hot, molten rock from deep inside the Earth finds its way to the surface. Now, this isn't hot, molten rock. It's a mild acid. And to help it find its way to the surface, we'll add some sodium bicarbonate. This will be like hard rock above the molten rock from deep inside the Earth. See, the pressure builds up and it builds up. Then eventually a volcano will erupt. It'll blow its top. It'll explode.
When?
There it goes. You're saying, Bill, you know, I've made volcanoes like that. Maybe better. I mean, that's it? That's it? I mean, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Take a look. Volcanoes can blow down entire forests in just a few seconds. They can reroute rivers and form new lakes, carve new valleys, transform entire landscapes in a matter of hours. And that's what happened around here, when that mountain right there blew its top. It's Mount St. Helens, and it erupted in 1980. It's in the Pacific Northwest of North America. Now, there are different types of volcanoes. They don't always explode when they erupt. Some volcanoes ooze. Now, when I say ooze, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of tons of rock at well over 1,000 degrees Celsius. They come out of the earth and they cool off to make new land. Land that you and I live on. See, there are different types of volcanoes, but they all do the same thing. They all...
First, those reactions the Netherlands of our rear floor was only of nice of its.
Volcanoes usually occur where two tectonic plates run into each other. Like here's Mount St. Helens, where the Pacific plate is colliding with the North American plate. But the Hawaiian Islands are right here in the middle of the Pacific plate, with no other plates around. And the Hawaiian Islands are made of volcanoes. So how did they get there? Take a look at this. It's our drifting plate magma plume simulator of science. This is the Pacific Ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean floor, the Pacific plate. And this is a boat. Now, near as we can tell, deep beneath the Pacific plate, there's a stream of extremely hot magma, what we call a magma plume. Now see, the magma in the plume doesn't flow continuously. Instead, it sputters like smoke from a chimney. And it's always in the same spot. So the pressure in the plume builds for it to punch through the Pacific plate.
Please.
Like this. And then the plate moves. The pressure builds, and the plume punches through again. And goes to enough move, and then slowly the plate moves some more. And the plume punches through.
Ja, uynadelijk net. Is net ush. Niets was laughing over the being matter. Shine it or can I help?
So this is how the Hawaiian Islands were formed. We figured it out when we noticed that the rocks on the northern islands are older than the rocks on the southern islands, because the Pacific plate is drifting this way. We can detect it. So, the pressure in the plume built up and boom, an island was formed. Pressure built up and boom, an island is formed. Or boom, an island is formed.
Volcanoes erupt because there are gases trapped in the magma deep inside the Earth.
Lava is in constant motion as expanding gas is released from within.
So when those gases get hot enough, they expand and explode. See, a volcano is kind of like a bottle of soda. There's a lot of carbon dioxide in there. So if you put one bottle of soda on ice, and you put the other bottle under a heat source, which one do you think is going to fizz the most when we take off the cap? Look, I can't.
Okay,
Ice and heat.
let's see.
Okay, I'll do it. Fine. Cold.
A lava tube like this one. The volcano ends up with a whole underground subway system of lava, building up new land and flowing sometimes all the way to the sea. Here it is. The lava is flowing into the sea. See? It's turning.
Graceful, beautiful lava explodes with incredible.
Lava Days at Magma Box with balloons for the kiddies and hot dogs.
Slowly it oozes towards its destination.
There are others molten jelly, nothing